Hey guys, in today's video we're gonna go and clean a carburetor. Now this one isn't exactly dirty, but I want to go over the tutorial on how to do a video of how to clean your carburetor. So first thing you want to do is you want to make sure the engine's off, and you also want to make sure it's cooled down, and then basically this is what you do next. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to take off the hood. Next, we're going to unplug the spark plug. And then next, what we're going to do is we're going to take off the top of this cover. Let's also remove the air filter and all of that first. And then unstrap this tensioner. Able to take this cover off. And second bolt. There's only 3 bolts, but it takes a little bit because they're in there. And now the last one. Take off the cover, set that aside. Now I didn't wait for the engine to cool down, which is probably a dumb idea. So just take off the breather valve, and then let's unfasten. Get an extender. Let's unfasten the air cover. Let's also move this fuel tank out of the way. Let's unfasten this cover. And there's another bolt in here. Take that off. This all varies depending on your mower. You want to be very precise and careful with what you do and put your bolts in a location that you know where they're at. Here is also 2 more bolts in here. Must be a 6, and two and take off 2 more bolts in here. It's 1 bolt. And now that's 2 bolts. And now the primer bulb and the air filter came off. Now what you want to do next is carefully disconnect the fuel. Why I said to be careful is because you don't want to puncture the fuel line. So you gotta be careful with that. Alright. Now you just gently pull off the fuel tank. Set that aside. And now, there's this. Now what you want to do is, you want to carefully pull off this, then disconnect that, empty out the gas. Now there's this white thing, and that goes on the back. You want to make sure you do not lose that, because it is a very important thing. And why I said thing is because I don't know what that is, but I know it's important. Okay. Alright. Now, you do is you take these 2 bolts off. Now you may ask, what is this? This is the inspection cover, or also known as the cover to drain the fuel. Now, it may sound purposeless, but when you get further into detail, you realize how important that is. Now, once you get these 2 bolts off, you will see open tools. Crack this open. Yeah, that's on there. I really do not want this coming off. Take this off too. I would hope not. And I'm not being careful. There it goes. Now you will see these. Now this is the float. This is what opens and closes it. This is the pin that holds it in. Now, under this, there is a little tiny, itty-bitty jet. Well, not jet, but that's what controls the fuel going in and out. When it's low, it opens like this. When it slowly gets full, then it closes up all the way. Now, what we're gonna do next is do not lose this pin. I've lost this pin many times. You do not want to lose it, because you would have to buy a whole new carburetor set or something like that. Now, I'm going to take out this pin and the float and the jet, or whatever you call it, and set it aside. Now you should see all of these. Now you want to remove this in some way. There's also a rubber seal in here. Now, it finally came out. Now everything is disassembled on it. You want to also remove this red gasket. And that should be everything that you need to remove from here. Now what you want to do next is get your favorite carburetor cleaner, sorry. And you want to, I haven't opened mine up yet, but you want to take it, test it first, and you want to clear every single passageway in this carburetor. Once you do that, then you do the same for the jet. Now, make sure there's no debris in this carburetor. And also don't get in your eyes. Remove that pin. Clean in there. Now, what you're going to do is, you're going to put everything back together. Clean this off again. do is you're going to put the float and all that back on. Clean it. And then put it back in there. And then get your pen. And press it. Now, give it one final last clean. Make sure that it's clean in there. Once it's clean to your likings, put the cover back on. And get your ratchet or whatever, which is on the right mode. Pre-screw the threads in. And start wrenching. And do the other bolt. So they're equally tight. Once that's done, then just spray off any dirt or debris on the outside and inside. And then your little O-ring. And your other gasket. Gasket. Make sure they're both well seated. Cap on back on there. Make sure it's working correctly. And then I'm gonna put it back on. So the first thing you're going to do after you continuously make everything dirty on it, so you want to put the white ring that I told you not to lose on there. Just facing the right way. Put this back on it. And then put this back on. And then make sure the carburetor itself is working. Now that fuel tank that you got rid of, we're going to put that back on first. Now, it's probably going to dump fuel everywhere. Yes, I know. Put that back on. And then hook it back up. After spilling gallons of fuel, you'll eventually get it back on. Once that's done, get your favorite needle nose pliers, slide it back over there to ensure a nice tight seal. Once that's done, get that wrench or ratchet, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to reinstall the whatever you call it. Now this is really dirty, so we're going to clean it. And everything else right here. It looks a little better, at least. And now we're going to reinstall it. Put the breather valve back on. And then first we're going to put the I'm going to put the white silverish ones and lose them. I'm going to put the white silverish ones on first. Make sure they're on there tight. And then put the other one back on. Sorry, it sounds like a natural disaster out here. I have no clue what's going on. Back what I was saying. Put those on. Once that's tight, get your other ones. Your black ones. And we're going to get it stuck in there. There it goes. I'm going to try not to lose it or get it stuck. There we go. And put those back in too. Other one. Sure that they're tight. And then what I like to do is give it another spray down. Make sure everything is clean. And then get your air filter. Put that back on. Alright. Now, we can put this back on. Place them in their spots. Start wrenching again. Other one. tight. Alright. Now, what we can do is, so now that we're done, we can plug the spark plug back up. Alright. And then, since I have it custom, I have to put this back on. Alright, now that's back on. Now, let's see if it starts more. Yeah, it still has fuel. Brush spilled a whole bunch. Now, let's see if it starts. Have to prime it. Spark plug's plugged up. Take off the air filter. There it goes. So yeah, it runs. See ya.